Excuse me, sir. Quick question for you. Is this your Mercedes?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living?
Well, originally I was in the oil and gas business. Currently I'm in
Software. I'm a doctor.
I am in the property management business.
How many assets do you currently manage right now at your company?
We just did this exercise. It's about $2.5 billion.
What has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
$35 million.
4 mil, north of 7 figures.
$30 million.
And what happened that year that you were able to make 30 million in 1 year?
Well, that was because of
Los Angeles is the #6 city in the entire world with the most millionaires. And today we're gonna be going all over Los Angeles and the wealthiest areas in the entire city, from Calabasas to Malibu, to ask these multimillionaires how they created their wealth. The crazy thing about these areas is some of the most famous people in the entire world, from Kim Kardashian to Kanye West to Travis Scott, they all have properties in the cities that we're gonna be going around. So we're gonna figure out what the locals here did to amass millions of dollars and create an insane life for themselves. Let's go get these interviews.
originally from Iran.
Iran, wow.
But in Italy.
Incredible. Yeah. My first question, sir. What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
Well, originally I was in the oil and gas business. Currently I'm in the fashion industry. I do manufacturing.
What has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
$30 million.
30 million?
Yeah.
And what happened that year that you were able to make 30 million in 1 year?
Well, that was because of the COVID. When the COVID happened, I switched my entire factory to make gowns and masks. And I was the only factory in LA that was making the gowns and masks. So everybody and their grandmother wanted our product. That's what had created a huge opportunity for us. And that is the advantage of the small entrepreneur, because they are dynamic. They can change quickly. Bigger corporations, it takes them 2 or 3 years before they catch up to them. So be the first.
Yeah. When did you start your first business?
My first business I started when I was 14 years old.
And how old are you now?
Right now, 64.
Just about 50 years you've been an entrepreneur.
Over
that period of time, what's the greatest lesson that you've learned about entrepreneurship that you would pass on to someone who's starting a business in 2023?
The one that I would have not sold my company at that starting stage and being so happy to get some money, because the company that I sold in 1990 right now is on NASDAQ. Don't get people involved, venture capital or the investors at the initial stage. Put your skin in it. Hold on the equity as much as it is possible to yourself. Give shares out and don't be afraid of it, but don't lose the control of the company.
Thank you so much for your time. So I really appreciate you have amazing advice, sir.
Thank you
so much. All right, you guys, that was a crazy interview. He made $30 million over 2020 because his business turned into a manufacturing for all the COVID essential items like masks and gloves. Gave some crazy good advice to all the entrepreneurs out there. And he came from Iran, is now a super successful entrepreneur in the United States. But man, Malibu's been absolutely insane to start out the day. Let's go get this next one and keep it rolling. What's the best piece of advice that you would tell your younger self?
Go to law school.
Go to law school. Did you eventually become a lawyer?
No.
Okay. Why would that be the advice?
My degree is in fine arts, painting and printmaking, and I am in the property management business now.
And how long have you been in the business for?
Next year will be my 50th year.
50 years. So you've had a career in real estate for nearly 50 years. What's the greatest lesson that you've learned about real estate that you would pass on to someone starting in the business in 2023?
Go to law school.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
You learn a style of thinking, you learn to be analytical, and frankly, the law plays such an important role in everything we do.
How many assets do you currently manage right now at your company?
We just did this exercise. It's about $2.5 billion.
So you're managing nearly $2.5 billion worth of real estate right
Yes.
now. That is incredible. So let me ask you this. It seems like you doubled down, you found real estate to be your industry, and you focused on that for 50 years. What are your thoughts on diversification for entrepreneurs? Or do you think people should really just get really good at one thing?
I've lived long enough to see depressions, recessions, but I think you can be really good at one thing, but you can diversify within that thing. For example, commercial versus residential, large residential versus small. There's a whole range of diversification that you can make. Location, different states, different cities. So you can diversify within one area of expertise. But if you stick at it and don't give up, you'll probably come out all right.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. I really appreciate you, sir.
Nice job.
My man has been in real estate for over 50 years and is currently managing over $2.5 billion worth of assets in real estate. I love what he said about go to law school. You have to know the law because every industry, whether you like it or not, is within the law. So gave some great advice to all the entrepreneurs and those trying to give money in real estate. Shout out to him, but we'll keep this video rolling. Come on now. What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I'm a doctor.
And how long have you been in medicine for?
I've been doing my craft. I'm a plastic surgeon, so I've been doing my craft for about 2 years now in my own practice that I opened up.
As a plastic surgeon, right?
Yes, sir.
What has been the most amount of money that you ever made in a single year?
Large amount.
Could you say a range, like 8 figures?
North of 7 figures.
How were you able to scale your income from 6 to 7 figures?
I hit that even in my first year, so it just scaled up from there. I think the most important thing is obviously my industry. Part of it is it's a high ticket industry. Part of it's my background There's we're in Los Angeles. There's a lot of plastic surgeons here, Beverly Hills, other areas. I have 2 practices, one here, one in Beverly Hills that I have. But when I went for it, I didn't just go to become another person in the crowd. I wanted to be the best of the best. And I think that's another really important thing for anybody out there who's trying to grow any industry there are. You should strive to be the best, not just be another person kind of in the space.
Right. And I'll just kind of end on, man.
Yeah.
You have a Lamborghini Aventador. This is a $500,000 car, right? It's a lot of people's dream car. Any last words on someone aspiring to own an Aventador or Lamborghini of their own someday?
The car is nothing. The Lamborghini is nothing. You're the Lamborghini. It's you. So the car is just a reflection of your hard work. I picked something that I love to do. I love doing plastic surgery. I do it all day, every day. I think about it. I go home. I talk about it at the dinner table. You live and breathe it. So you need to just find whatever you're passionate about and pursue that. That being said, some people are better at things that they're not passionate about. So sometimes what you start at is not where you end at in your career. So you could start at one thing and then you can end with another, and there's nothing wrong with that. You see tons of successful people transition into other things.
Right. Thank you so much for your time.
Really
so
nice
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a great day, sir. Thank
Dr.
you.
Sean Mushraf,
Dr.
Modern
Sean,
Plastic Surgery.
We'll tag you, man. You got great advice. I
Thank
appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Have a good one, bro.
Thank you so much.
All right, you guys. We just stopped my guy in the Lamborghini Aventador out here in Calabasas. Is a 7-figure plastic surgeon, and he has his own practice here and also in Beverly Hills. Gave some incredible life and financial advice to all the young entrepreneurs out there. Calabasas has been absolutely insane, so be sure to like and subscribe, and let's go get this next interview right now. Come on. How old were you when you became a millionaire?
I was probably 35.
What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I was in manufacturing.
Manufacturing?
Manufacturing. I manufactured jewelry.
So you were a business owner?
Yes.
How long were you a business owner for?
35 years.
And over those 35 years, what was the most amount of money that your business generated in a single year?
$35 million.
What was the biggest thing that you implemented in your company to take you from 7 to 8 figures?
We were extremely current on manufacturing techniques. We automated and mechanized a lot of the manufacturing process because we sold labor. We didn't sell anything else. We sold only labor. Diamonds, our customers knew the price of diamonds, and they would give you 10%. And they knew the cost of gold because it's every day it's on the market. So where we made our money and where we could make our money was in labor. And for us to make money at the labor that our customers would pay, we had to make it cost less to us. So that was it.
Over those 35 years, what's the #1 lesson about entrepreneurship that you learned that you would pass on to someone who's starting a business in 2023?
Pay yourself first.
Could you break that down?
If you're having a lean month, you take your money first before you pay anybody. And then you make that money work for you.
And how can someone make their money work for them?
I reinvested in my business because that's the business I knew. I didn't buy property. I didn't get out of my field. I stayed in my field. I bet on myself in my field, and I won. Above all, your integrity is all you got.
Thank you so much for your time,
You're
sir.
very
I really
welcome.
appreciate you. You have great advice, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you. This video has been absolutely insane, but I want you to comment down below who's been your favorite interview and why. We love connecting with you guys. We want to know all what you guys think about this video. What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I'm in software, so I run a company called Micro One, where we help other companies hire and manage pre-vetted software engineers. We're a team of about 30 people, so we've grown pretty fast in 2 years.
What's been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
It's gonna be this year. I'm gonna make over 4 mil.
Over 4 mil.
Yeah, in revenue, top line.
So how long have you been a business owner for?
A little bit over 2 years for Micro One, but I've been running companies since middle school.
Yeah.
Started my first one in 8th grade, and then now I'm 22.
And I'll end with this, man, but you've got a beautiful car,
Thank
a
you.
multi-$100,000 car. Any advice to the younger generation aspiring to own a Porsche of their own someday?
I mean, I'm also young.
22, that's crazy, man, seriously. But for an 18-year-old who they're lost in life, what is the message that you leave them with to really, create the blueprint to a successful life?
I think when you're young, you should put your eggs in one basket and just double down on whether it's your company or whatever it is, and try to grow that versus trying to diversify, versus trying to think about like retirement plans and stuff like that. I think it's sort of counterintuitive, but I would put my eggs in one basket when I'm young. Put in the long hours. Like I'm working about 12, 13 hours a day, even on the weekends. Been working since the morning. It's Sunday, obviously, just leaving home now. I think that's what I look for, not only in partners, but also potential employees. Put in long hours and you're gonna be successful.
My man, I appreciate you, bro. You got great advice. Los Angeles was an absolute movie, everyone. It was crazy to make this video, but I want you to like and subscribe for amazing content coming soon, and click here to watch us going all over Miami asking multi-millionaire supercar owners how they became wealthy.